what kind manners you have there. Uh, Spencer, I apologize.
It's okay.
Yes. Okay. All right, so I'm on RPG Burnout right now, specifically turn-based. I am playing a turn-based RPG for the map out for the button mappers this month.
Spoilers.
Well, I guess I, I could be playing a platformer or something, but
There we
yeah.
go.
I'm playing a turn-based RPG for RPG Archive. That will happen. It's like 100-hour game, I guess. And then
Spoilers.
it will be something that fits on the channel RPG Archive. Okay.
Yeah.
And then we are also playing an RPG for Majority and the Turbo Throwdown.
Not spoilers. We announced that one.
We've announced that, yeah, that's known knowledge. So I did not have it in me to play another turn-based RPG, and I've just been looking for like a more action RPG to speak to me. I've been looking up to like 2 days before this to find the right game, and the one that has compelled me the most to play the most of it, the most action RPG that still has some RPG elements but isn't turn-based, is Castlevania. So I played the one that nobody wants to think about with RPG. Castlevania Lords of Shadow, The Mirror Fate. Be the lightest RPG. This is more of a Metroidvania than a RPG, but it has RPG elements, so I think it still fits. This game originally released on the Nintendo 3DS. It's a game by Mercury Steam. You probably know Mercury Steam if you know Metroid Dread and the Samus Returns. And you can see elements of both of those games in this one. You can see this is more of an origin for some of the mechanisms like the counter attacks and just in general the genre, the 2D exploration action adventure. It follows the plot of the Belmont, Gabriel Belmont, son Trevor Belmont, grandson Simon Belmont, and the inverse Dracula, Spencer's favorite. He plays his cards right. It's Mr. Alucard. This game operates very much like a Metroid, where you get like signature items throughout your playthrough, and they help you advance through the story. I've got about 20% on this game, a good hour and a half, and I've been playing as Simon. And one thing that's interesting is you can leave little notes on the map for those areas where you see like a thing that like you can engage with, like the grapple hook or something. I don't know exactly what it's called, the cross or something, combat cross, and it like helps you repel from one side of the screen to another or like jump down. A lot of common platforming adventure elements. But you can tell it's a bit dated. This is like 2013. Like I think Etrian Odyssey kind of puts like the map making elements to shame here. Granted, I'm playing this on the Series S, but it looks kind of I don't know, simplistic. The combat's interesting. You got a whip, and there's two kinds of attacks. There's a long attack, and there's like a spiral attack. You can kind of jump and do aerial maneuvers. You do level up. You get XP for both killing enemies and then for also ripping through corpses that have eroded over time and left scrolls documenting their horrors. Like I was ripped to shreds by harpies. Plus 10 XP. And the XP doesn't really like make you more powerful, not like Symphony of the Night. It's not like you get plus health or armor to my knowledge, but you do get increased move sets. So this is more of like a Shenmue RPG than anything. Spencer, again,
Oh
apologies.
no.
But honestly, I didn't really look at the move sets. You kind of just as you level up, you notice, oh hey, I could do like a slamming hook splash to the ground, or um, I can like do a rising one and then drop them or something, or I get an extra hit combo. So it actually operates pretty fluidly. There's not too much backtracking. It is pretty simple. One thing I noticed, I do only have the hour and a half into the game, but from what I'm reading, it's broken into 4 parts. So you have Simon's part, Alucard's part and Trevor's part. I am curious how that works. I'm sure that the RPG stats don't carry over, but it doesn't seem like it matters much anyway. Pretty cool, I guess, if you like the Castlevania lore, get multiple perspectives. I'm thinking like Dragon Quest IV, but as far as the game goes, it's good. It's a good party platform adventure, and it's pretty playable. I did find myself being like, oh yeah, I can do this. I can keep progressing. I don't really get lost that easily. It's a bit like holds your hand, show you like on the map the thing is blaring red, like really I can do something with this, and then it becomes purple once you can use it. But overall, I like it. I like the art style. It has kind of like a Song of the Deep art style. Castlevania, my third one for this channel.
Yeah, you're becoming the Castlevania guy.
Early, I play the ones nobody wants to.
Castlevania backwards.
Dracula.
Teddy?
Analvania.
Oh.
Whoa, different game. Oh, sorry, wrong game.
I'm reading about the development of this game. It was originally intended as the HD version. It was meant to be released on like modern at the time consoles, but then they instead chose to release it on the 3DS, like scaled it down, and then would later, like looks like around 5 months later, 6 months later, release it on modern consoles at the time.
Yeah, that was a common thing. I think not like the first part, but I think like the Batman one also did that, where they were like, "Oh shit, we need to put that on console too." And then I this game has always intrigued me because I did play like the first Lords of Shadow on 360, and that was like a game that like it was touted like, oh, Hideo Kojima's working on this one, like his studio, whatever it was, the Foxhound, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're helping with development of this game, and it's a new Castlevania adventure in 3D. And I played it, and it was like the most generic God of War Shadow of the Colossus ripoff game I had ever played. And I was like, wow, okay, I'm not continuing this series. And then like a second one came out, and then the 3DS one also came out, and the 3DS one always interested me, but I was like, the first one wasn't that good, so I don't know if I should play it. And then later on, they went on to make like two modern Metroid games, which Dread is like one of my favorite Metroid games now. So now part of my brain is like, should I go back and play that one? Like, is it?
Interesting.
Yeah, I think it would be fine if you didn't. I don't really see this one as groundbreaking. I see it as kind of like an origin point to see what they were able to do. I do see it as kind of a like rectification for like I mean I haven't played the first Lords of Shadow, but to my understanding like it wasn't all that, and this is more of like a love letter, like a real, solid game. And I think for a Castlevania fan, this is pretty solid. Some of the lore aspects. Find out what goes on behind the curtains. You spell Castlevania backwards in the Belmonts and the Alucards. At one point, you kill Dracula's wife. She's a succubus.
Hang a second. Alucard?
Anal card.
Anal card.
There we go.
So you may have already mentioned this, but can you go into more detail? Where in the story, the grand story, does this fall?
Oh, you're gonna make me the Castlevania lore guy?
No, okay. Well, I'll go ahead and preface it. Lords of Shadow is its own canon.
Oh, okay. So it doesn't. It's
Yeah, they like started over with it. Like, I'm pretty sure like Lords of Shadow. I never played Lords of Shadow 2 because the first game was just such a I mean, it wasn't terrible. It was just so generic. Like, I didn't have any interest in it. But the second game, I'm pretty sure you're like playing as Dracula in like modern day and stuff. So like, yeah, it's very much just its own thing. I'm guessing they just use Simon and Alucard and Trevor to be like, look, huh? You guys like Castlevania, right? But like Gabriel was never a character in like the original series.
Hmm.
Yeah. So in short, I couldn't tell you.
I love this. In the prologue to this game, it says, prior to the events of the previous game, Gabriel Belmont makes love to his wife Marie before accompanying 4 Order Knights on a mission to slay a Lycan. Like, why did they have to tell us that he made love to his wife?
I remember his wife being a big plot because in the first game you just played Gabriel. I remember his wife being a huge plot point, but I couldn't tell you why.
Marie gives
Yeah.
birth while surrounded by Pan and the heads of the Order. She names the baby Trevor before the Order takes him away due to fear of an ominous prophecy. So I get that they need to say he made love to his wife because then she had a baby, but couldn't they just say that she was pregnant, like she had a baby?
My wife.
Like, I kind of I get it. You just say leaves his wife, and then we know that they probably had sex.
No, you have to know.
You have to know.
No, the wiki page doesn't list this one as a spinoff. It does mention it after all this, but as far as the canon, I don't know.
Okay, it does say that the Lords of Shadow serves as a reboot to the franchise.
Yeah, I have it here. Okay, Castlevania series fictional chronology. So Lament of Innocence starts it in 1094. Then it goes all the way to 2036 with Dawn of Sorrow. But then the Lords of Shadow series is before the original series. So Lords of Shadow is 1047. Mirror of Fate is 1073 to 1101. And Lords of Shadow 2 is 1102 to 2057. So there is a timeline that you can follow that includes these in them.
But so these Belmonts are not the same as the ones that are later? Or are they? Like the Simon.
Dude, I don't think Konami fucking knows.
Werewolves are eternal, okay?
Okay.
Maybe they got back on it, but I remember them like, this is a new, fresh start for Castlevania. We're totally going to take this franchise a new. Oh, it's dead. Oh. What do you say? What do you say, boys? Pachinko?
Keep asking us all these questions about where does Castlevania Area of Sorrow fall in the timeline? And we're just like, we want to make pachinko.
Where does the Metal Gear Solid 3 pachinko machine fall in?
It's canon.
And Trevor plays slots.
That'd be great if the pachinko machines were canon.
Do you think this game would be better on the 3DS?
The 3DS. No.
3DS? Oh, okay.
I think it looks better in HD. Like the art style is really nice. Like I remember really liking like the Song of the Deep, like cartoon looking segments. This one has like that kind of art style too, and you see it in some of the cut scenes and even just in the main game. It has like that nice kind of like Wind Waker looking polish.
I'm gonna need you to save that talk for Cartoon Month.
Okay.
No, it was just like I remember for some reason the well, it's probably because it's a 3DS game, but like the 3DS version is like pricey, and I was like, that game is why?
It's
can
never
play it
about
other ways.
It's never about quality. It's about
It's true.
Whatever, how they released it, and if they released enough copies. There are tons of games that are worth a bunch of money that are just dog shit.
What about Crush 3D?
What about it?
What about Cubic Ninja?
Speaking of cubic ninjas,
classic.
I know a guy who's working on his ninja culture. Spencer, tell us about your RPG.
Ooh. Spencer, can I guess what your RPG is?
Wait, hold on. Teddy, my ninja culture.
Can I?
Yeah. You're a rookie ninja, learning the ways of ninjutsu, and embracing all of Joe Musashi. Do you want to do all the Shinobi games? You said it.
Hey y'all, don't forget to subscribe to them button mappers.